And the time now on Chat and Spin Radio here in the UK is 8:02 in the evening. And we've got Dan and Jamie on the line. Where are you two calling from?
I'm calling from Scotland.
And I'm down Hemel Hempstead near Watford.
Right, so that's Daniel in Glenross in Fife in Scotland.
Yep.
And Jamie, you're near Watford in Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
Right, Dan. Now, first of all, you're a podcast of two long-time mates who help listeners with their problems, and each week you have a new band playing music. So, just tell us about that. How long you've been doing it, and what inspired you to start it as well?
Well, we've been doing it for about 5 months, and when we first started the podcast, it was just a general talking about what was going on in the news and bits and bobs, and then listeners started to email in asking questions, things like that, and then we just took it from there. But it's been quite good. The listeners seem to really enjoy it. They say that we're quite easy to listen to and they like our advice, so each week we keep going on and on.
Jamie, just tell us a little bit more about that, and when the recordings are made, because I know it's not a live show, so it is recorded. So just tell us about that and as much information as you can.
So we have an episode each week that comes out on Fridays. The audio version comes out on the Friday, which is released across Spotify and all the other podcasting platforms. And then on the Monday, we release the video version onto YouTube, and we get both areas covered by that point. And then we're quite active on social media as well, making sure all the listeners are kept up to date. Especially
how many people actually take part at the moment?
Well, in the actual listening, or we're getting a good 100 listeners an episode at the minute.
Yeah,
because we're still pretty new. We've done quite well as an early podcast. So
and hopefully it'll build up after this.
Oh, yeah, fingers crossed.
Let's hope.
That would be nice. Right, okay then. Now, so it's Dan and Jamie, and just tell us a little bit more about the podcasting, and also, and you get a new band to play, or a different band every week, yeah.
Yeah, so we decided to, as we were helping the community, well, I say community, listeners community, we've got with their problems and that, we thought it was another part we could do for musical acts. So each week we have a different small time sort of band that want their music heard, and we're happy to give them a platform to get their music out. We do different genres. It's not just we stick to one.
It's been a large range of people.
Very different.
Right. Okay. Now, is there anything else you want to tell the listeners?
If you wanted to get in contact with us, have a question or want any advice, the email is twomennohope@gmail.com, and I try and get an email back, respond as soon as I can.
Just repeat the email address.
twomennohope@gmail.com.
Right. Okay then. Well, Dan and Jamie, thank you very much for that, and we hope you get people contacting you.
Thanks for having us.
Right, and how often, before you go on, how often do you do the broadcast?
So the podcast is done weekly. We're trying to up that a little bit more because we're getting quite a lot of people asking us to do at least twice a week, but around work constraints, we're doing the best we can at the minute. So.
Okay then, thanks very much, Dan and Jamie. Dan in Glenross in Scotland, and Jamie, you're in Watford in Hertfordshire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.